job, everyone. I'm just looking to see how can I share this. Lovely. Beautiful. Can you all see my screen, guys? Yeah. So tell me about guilt. Why do you feel guilt? Some of you have shared. Richard did, yeah, Richard shared too. So the reason why I felt guilt is similarly, I was doing a lot. I felt like I felt not that I wasn't doing enough, that I didn't have enough time, that the quality time wasn't there, that connection wasn't there. Every reason that I could attach to guilt, I was doing that. And why? Because I started to realize that guilt, this emotion called guilt, is subconsciously programmed inside of us. Think about your parents. Think about how you were raised. Think about the culture and society that raised you. Was guilt an emotion that was in the collective consciousness, as they say? Were there people around you that felt guilty? Share in the chat box and tell me who was that person. For me, it was my mom. She played out that role. My grandma. So it's culturally, it came through that as they felt the guilt that they weren't doing enough, and they met their need, they were heard, their need for significance. I want you to think about that. How were you subconsciously programmed to feel guilt? Put in the chat box. I'd love to see. Those of you watching the live, put in the comment section. Tell us about your guilt story. Where did it come into your consciousness or your awareness? Looking at the chat box, guys. Let's become aware, because awareness is key. We can move fast by increasing our awareness of where it's come from and increasing our awareness of what it is. Thank you. Just reading from the chat box. Yes, Richard, his mom too, very dependent and used guilt to get results. Spot on. Well done. Great awareness. And we have been, whether we and what we need to start becoming aware of, that we've been trained to think in this way, to put out ourselves in this way, and to meet our needs in this way without realizing. So let's make the unconscious patterns, the unconscious beliefs that we have taken on from the way we were raised, and some of us, it comes from generations. It's just so inbuilt in us, and we realize that it does not serve us. And you are going to find out why shortly. Beautiful. Well done. So a little bit about me. My name is Yolanda Alvarez. I am an empowered parenting coach. I run workshops. I support parents. I've got a program that I take parents through a 12-week journey, because this is not a quick fix. We need to shift core beliefs that have been ingrained in us. I take parents on a 12-week journey. I support them one-on-one. I take them through a group, and we transform. It's a transformative journey where we come to realize the fears that we are parenting from. We come to recognize the energy that we bring into our parenting. Energy is so important, because energy is nothing but, emotion is nothing but energy in motion, emotion, energy in motion. Once we start to realize this, we start to become aware, and we start to shed off, along with awareness, we start to shed off beliefs that hold us stuck, limiting beliefs that our kids are resisting. The reason why our kids challenge us is because they're asking us to step back up into our own truth, to get rid of that dense energy around that fear-based parenting, around the doubts that we have in ourselves, around the guilt that we feel, because they are so in tune with our energy. It's gone the days when we were parented where it was, you were told to do something, we had to be the good child, and we had to be disciplined, and we would just follow through. That's not what our kids are doing. And so we have to approach it in new ways, but approaching it with greater knowledge is key. Like Harpreet just mentioned before, She's trying out new ways, but she's being more lenient, and that's not giving her results as well, because she identified there is guilt underlying, and which is why we come into, and we want to raise awareness to parents around, to tell them what they need to look out for, and what is, how our kids are calling us to parent in today's world. So a little bit about my story. Think about your story as I share my story. I was trying hard to be the best mom, to get my kids to behave in a way that I thought was the right way to behave, to be disciplined, to perform well at school, to work hard. Hard work equal to success. All of this that was downloaded into me, I was very in a disciplined way putting it into my kids. Till my kids, I was like, whoa, hold on, they're not responding how I responded. They aren't. Is there something wrong with me? Is there something wrong with my kids? And all of this pattern starts to play out. So think about yourself. Is this what your story is as well? This certainly was my story. I found myself frustrated, annoyed, lots of disappointment. I'd see behavior patterns in my child, and I said, oh my God, where has this child learned this from? I remember having this one real big moment when my oldest, who is now 21, she was 9 at the time, she was playing with a cousin, and a cousin snatched a toy from her, and the rage that she responded to her cousin with, I said, oh my God, I was across the room. I said, what child is this? Where has this rage come from? And in those steps of walking towards her to reprimand her, I saw myself. Oh my God, this child is playing me out. This is me in my rage. This is me responding. This is me annoyed. And it felt like the lights just turned on. And I thought, if I needed my child to change her behavior, if I want to raise a child who meets my expectation, then I need to be the parent that meets my expectation. So think about these. Do you have these moments? And allow for these moments to become visible to you, because when we start to become aware of these patterns, we start to see. So after this workshop, you will find yourself thinking about things in a different way. I worked hard to have things go the way I wanted them to go. I put in the work. I was in the school boards. I was at the community boards. I was active. I was engaged. And guess what? I felt exhausted. I felt like there was not enough time to do everything. I didn't feel supported enough, and I wasn't even getting the results. So hold on, if I do more, I get more? No, I wasn't. So it was that turning point that I came to, where I realized, oh my God, something needs to change, and that change happens with me, which is what I'm hoping that you are all in this room, because you realize that the only change that I can effectively put into place is the change that I can see, that I put within myself. Some common areas of guilt are that you have to work, like Harpreet just mentioned. Your child spends too much time on technology, and you just feel like you are not a good enough parent for allowing them all that time. You feel guilt that you yell at your kids, that you find that you have to yell at your kids. Not enough time with your child. You feel like you're doing so much, and yet you're not doing enough. You find yourself comparing yourself to other parents. Oh, she looks like she's got it all together. That family looks like they spend so much of time with their kids. They seem to have a balance. What is wrong with me? Guilt shows up. And when you find your child behaving in ways that you don't completely accept, and they misbehave in public, you start to feel guilt. Tell me in the chat box, which ones are you? Which ones do you feel you incorporate in your the reasons why you feel guilty? Tell us in the chat box. Do you resonate with all of these? Do you resonate with some of this? What is your top guilt area in your parenting? Beautiful. So why should we be overcoming guilt? What is the reason why it's best for us to let go of guilt? Guilt is a dense negative emotion. It brings down the energy in your home. It drops us to a low energetic state. And that feeling of overwork and burnt out that I was feeling there, that comes from resonating in low energy states. And guilt is it's the second most lowest, densest energy that we can be in. And I'll be sharing that chart with you shortly. Because it's a dense negative emotion and it brings us down, you will find that the result that you get, so when you take actions out of guilt, so let's say you feel bad that you yelled at your child. The next thing you know, because you felt bad, you're trying to fix it by being extra nice, but the child is actually confused. Okay, hold on, I didn't really follow through. Mom just yelled at me, or dad just yelled, and now he's being all nice. I can't understand the pattern, because the child's always trying to think, what gets me to meet my needs? Can you see how you have thrown your child off? There is no consistency because you're playing out of a dense negative emotion. Our kids feel our energy. Think about the time you walk in a room and your child's there or your partner's there, and somehow okay, hold on, something doesn't feel right. Has anybody experienced that? This is energy. This is the energy that we bring into our relationships. Once we start to master this energy, which is what the parents that work with me through a program start to master their energy, you master your relationships. You master your relationship with your kids. And can you imagine how wonderful it feels to be resonating at a high, consciously resonating at a higher energy, where you question the emotions of guilt, where you pick it up when you feel those fears, when you feel the doubt and the lack of trust in yourself coming in, and you nip it in the bud, because nope, that's not who I'm going to be. That is not how I'm going to show up. Thank God I can see the chat books. Lovely. Child uses technology to be, yes, Craig has to work. Beautiful. Thank you, guys. Amazing group here. Thank you. Such aware parents. I love it. I can transfer my frustrations onto my child through her reaction, through her behavior. That is beautiful. Guys, spot on. Awareness is key. And this is why once we start to realize how this is affecting us and affecting our parenting, our parenting relationship with our child, we start to make changes. That's where it begins. Awareness is key. So we project this burden. So guilt projects a burden to our kids. Kids are pure emotion. They pick it up. And they can. And it's not that they are being manipulated. It's just them smart enough to meet their needs. They play our guilt. Do your kids play with your guilt? Play you with the guilt and play that game with you? Let me know. Let me know how clued in, how tuned in your child is to you, that they are able to use where you're at to get what they need. And I think that's intelligent. Good on the child to do that. It's up to us to hold space for ourselves. It's up to us to raise our state, and it's up to us to master the energy we bring, our energy that we bring into our parenting. And why overcome guilt? The biggest reason for me, nothing else, is that it allows me to be who I'm here to be, to always be true to myself. Who am I? And guilt has no place in my energy field. My guilt has no space in my thoughts. The thoughts that I resonate with, guilt has no place, because it drops your state and it does not allow you to be true to you. And that resistance that we feel, the incongruence that we feel, the uneasiness, all of that causes unease in our body, which is nothing but dis-ease in our body. And over time, this dis-ease is what brings disease. So staying true to you, recognizing your energy, being tuned in, mastering your emotions is so key, and is one of the key reasons why we must absolutely give guilt, pick it up when it drops in and nip it in the bud, because it has no space in my home. It has no space in burdening my kids with this energy or confusing them and disrupting the connection that I want in my family and with my kids. Looking at the chat box. Any questions, guys? Any questions here? Anything coming up? Please share with me. Understanding guilt. This is where I was sharing with you this work with Dr. Hawkins. If you can see the range, you can see that guilt sits way down in the red zone. It's destructive energy is where Dr. Hawkins has called it. It's lowest shame, feelings of shame, which are so dense, sits under guilt. That's how close it is to the bottom. So the reason I show you this is to share with you, what does it do to you, to your state, to your well-being. And if we've been carrying guilt for a long time, it is destructive. It's destructive energy to be bringing into the vicinity of your, in your parenting and in your homes even. Oops, what am I doing here? Sorry, guys, I don't know what happened there. Okay. Are you all following through, guys? Give me a thumbs up if this is making sense to you. Some technical issues there. Lovely. Just looking at everybody in the room. Are we in? Lovely. Maria says yes. Harpreet says yes. Emma, I can't really see you. Emma, do you? Okay. Are you here, Emma? Are you here with us? Lovely. Hey, Fatima. I can see Fatima online. Lovely to see you, Bing. Lovely to see you all online here as well. Lovely. All right. Any questions? Any questions before we keep moving on? What is your perception around guilt? Do you get this? Do you understand how it does affect? Is it too much woo-woo? Have you heard about this before? Is this something new? Unmute yourself. I'd love to hear from you. Harpreet, tell me about what you've learned today so far.
So guilt, association of guilt to the childhood, from where it is coming.
Yeah.
And
can you see the pattern? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
And also association of the energies with it. And something you were talking about energy, that if when we are resonating in guilt, which is such low in a vibration, such low frequency, when we enter into the room, the other person senses things like that.
Can you resonate? I know it's hard to explain it, but we know it. Let's just trust this knowing that we have. Yeah, so well done. Thank you for sharing. Emma, Richard, all good? Any questions? Yeah, beautiful. Let's keep going. Lovely. How brilliant is this chart? I was blown when I saw this work. I thought, oh my God, spot on. Oops, what happened here? Beautiful. So moving on, Craig, you're with us. Craig, you get this? Yeah, beautiful. Lovely. Quickly want to share my thought model. This is a model that I've put together. It's my TEAR model. It just conveys the idea to parents. And I know that this comes with practice, and it's not enough to just know it. It's about applying it in your day-to-day life. I do share in depth about this model in my emotional resilience for parents, because first parents need to build emotional resilience before we can raise emotional resilient kids. On my workshop coming up, Kate's going to put in the chat. So a little bit about my TIA model is how our thoughts affect our emotions. So thoughts around guilt. So I'm not doing enough. My child spends too much on technology because me and my husband have to work. Or I've yelled at my child now, I feel horrible. Think about those thoughts and the emotions of guilt that it brings up within you. our thoughts then bring up these emotions, which lead us to take actions that come from these thoughts of guilt and these thoughts and these emotions laced with guilt, which then give us the results. So think about this cycle. Think about the thought. Think about the feel into the emotion that you feel, the guilt emotions that come up, and the actions that you take. You start to be nicer, or because you feel guilty, you give gifts. Because you feel guilty, you relax the boundaries, or you just drop your own consistency around keeping limitations and setting expectations. And the result you get is a confused child who is not capable of building connection with you, because they need a parent who trusts themselves, feels confident in themselves, and is their true authentic self to be able to feel that need for that connection with us. So the result will always be, if you're resonating in emotions of guilt, that result will always be disconnection. And our goal is for love and connection. It's our core inner need. This model also shares with you the effect of past experiences on the thoughts that we have. Unresolved emotions within us are our emotions. We say, oh, that person caused me to feel angry. That person makes me frustrated. My partner makes me resent them. Or my ex, I resent my ex. We look at the external environment and project it onto them. But guess who's the projector? Where is this coming from? That's us. That's unresolved emotion within us. Unless and until we are able to shift that within us, we are going to constantly project. And the people around us in our external environment give us this opportunity to see what's downloaded in the projector. So seeing it from that perspective and working on ourselves. So thank you to that ex who I resent. What do you say, Craig? Thank you to my ex. I resent you. Thank you for showing this in me, because I get to work on me and shift this resentment, because it doesn't serve me. I am not giving my power away. I am going to resolve what I feel within me, because that's my responsibility. And thank you to them. Triggers, the triggers that we see, like I explained, the triggers that we see, but the revolver is us. So we are sitting with this negative emotion, and the work that we do is within us. Our kids bring up guilt emotion. That guilt is within us. It's come from past experiences. It's come from the burden that has been put onto us from our parents and generations before. Our parents are only doing the best that they can. It's our duty to break this pattern and transfer on a whole new energy into our generations to come. Lovely. So a little bit about the role of our emotions, thinking about our thoughts, asking quality of questions we ask ourselves is key. What are my thoughts about this situation? How does it make me feel? What actions do I take? Ask yourself these questions. Is this the result? As you ask these questions actively, you start to transform your reality, because then you're seeking your result and you're working and creating your own reality by choosing the result, choosing the emotion that you will feel, and from there determining the actions that you need to take. Reverse modeling this. Take back your power with emotional resilience. So what is empowered parenting? Empowered parenting is about increasing our own self-awareness. It's about bringing our power back into our hands. Parenting from control, from what we can control. So many of us parents are trying to control external situation, control our child, and feel frustrated because we really have no control. The only control we have over anybody else is when we control ourselves. And that comes from our own increased self-awareness, regulation of our own emotions, responding and not reacting. And how do we respond and not react is when we address the core need that sits under the behavior. So we're no longer focused on the negative behavior. We are now tuned in to what causes that behavior. Lovely. Who would like to know more about this work? Our time is up. If you'd like to know more, if you would like to, here's some parents that have worked with me. I will jump to that quickly. But for those of you that need to leave, if you'd like to chat with me more on this, Kate, do put it in the link Harpreet, did you get value from today? Did you learn something today? Craig, how did you go? Richard, all good? If you'd like to know more, if you'd like me to, so all those who come into, all of you watching online as well, if you have got a parenting situation that you would like one-on-one help, those who are watching me live get access to a free 30-minute chat with me so I can deal with your personal situation. Kate has put it in the link. Go for it, book your chat. It's only valid for today. My time is very precious to me, as your time is too. Book that in. It's a way of me saying thank you to you. I'm going to share some stories of how this work has helped parents. This is a gorgeous couple from Melbourne. They had similar struggles. They came from two different. So I mean, Barry was already in a relationship. He came with 3 kids himself. Tanya came in to support him to as his partner to support his kids. And yes, it was a struggle. It was a house full of kids. They have 1 child by them together as well, making it 4 kids in the home. Felt guilt around not having enough time, guilt around the lack of respect, the lack of being conducive behavior in the home. Just chaos and no control of the situation. Tanya would find herself feeling really disappointed in how things were going, and Barry felt guilt about the pressure he was putting on Tanya, who has come in to support him with his children from his previous relationship. And with joining our program, working one-on-one, coming through, recognizing their own patterns, taking back control in themselves, what they started to see is trust in themselves. They started to feel greater confidence because they were no longer parenting from fear. And guess what comes with that? More time. More time. They felt more control in the home because the kids jumped on. The kids used to see child psychologists to manage their behavior. They no longer needed to do that. In fact, the child's psychologist sends through the parents that she works with the kids, because it's so important for parents to do this work to support their kids, and the kids transform as parents' behavior starts to transform. They had more control in the home and peace and calm. And today, this is what they experience. They are a beautiful family, and it just makes life better and better, and starts to affect through, because the energy you bring in your home is what your kids are craving you to be. Joy. Our kids are in their natural state of joy. They want you to meet them there, to parent them from that energy. Beautiful. And that's it from me in our little masterclass. Thank you to all of you who joined. Make sure you book that session in. I look forward to chatting with you. Take advantage of your free 30-minute. Hello, Faith. I see you've just joined us. Sorry, Faith, we've just finished. We've come on time. If you'd like to book a chat because you've jumped into the room, I'm happy to do that for you. Thank you for joining us. I'm just going to look into the chat. What's happening in the chat? Beautiful. Oh, yes. Thanks, Richard. It's going to be lovely. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, beautiful. Well done. So those of you who'd like to jump on, thank you, Maria. I am running Emotional Resilience for Parents, Raising Emotionally Resilient Kids. We will send everyone an email with a link to jump on there. Kate, will you do that? Beautiful. And yeah, thank you all for joining us, and we hope you got value. If you would like to, Kate, are we giving you away a copy of our book? If you'd like to jump onto our Facebook group, if you'd like a copy of my book, Empowered Parenting, Empowering Moms to Empower Their Kids, you can receive a free PDF. Who would like a free PDF of my book, Empowering Moms to Empower Their Kids? If you'd like that, jump into our Facebook group, Empowered Parents Group. Kate has put the link there. And comment, yes, Harpreet, we'd love for you to have the book. Jump into our Empowered Parents group. put a comment of what you learned today, and Kate will send you a copy of our book. Will you do that, Kate? Faith, Emma, same to you. Jump in. Yes, Craig, jump into our Empowered Parents group. Share with the rest of us. What did you learn today? What was your biggest aha moment? We would love to support you. Beautiful. Thank you, everybody. Love you all, and we look forward to seeing you at our future events. Hey, I can see a little girl there. How are you? Lovely. All righty. See you guys. Enjoy the weekend. Bye.